Brothers of the Fist, an original story. Ken vs. Ryu. Chapter 1. Two seeds, one root. Long before tournaments, before fame or shadow, there was a dojo carved into the mountain, ancient timber creaking in the high wind, the smell of cedar and sweat. Master Goken had taken in two boys who had no business becoming brothers, and yet they did.
Maximum! They came out with a sneaky surprise attack. Would you like to We have a winner!
Ryu came first, an orphan with no name to carry, no money, no past he could speak of. Goken found him wandering the road below the mountain, bruised and silent, eyes like deep water. He carried within him a fire that even he did not understand, a will to fight that had no bottom. Goken saw something else, too, a seed of darkness buried so deep the boy didn't even know it was there. He took him in and said nothing about it. Ken Masters arrived 2 years later, shipped from San Francisco by his father, a hotel magnate who believed his spoiled, hot-headed son needed discipline before he burned down half of California. Ken showed up with expensive luggage, golden hair, and a smirk that had never once been wiped off his face. Within a week, Ryu had wiped it off, in the dirt, in the rain, in front of nobody at all. And just like that, they were rivals. And just like that, they were brothers. Goken trained them in the Ansatsu Ken, the assassin's fist, though he had stripped it of its killing intent, bending the art towards something higher. He drilled them not just in the Hadouken, the Shoryuken, the Tatsumaki Senpukuyaku, but in the philosophy behind the technique. A warrior who fights only to win has already lost. A warrior who fights to grow, he is already free. Ken took that lesson and made it flash. His Shoryuken erupted in orange fire. His combos were dazzling, reckless, beautiful. The art of a man who loved fighting the way a musician loves the stage. Ryu took the same lesson and made it a wall. Precise, relentless, patient. Every Hadouken a statement. Every footstep a calculation. Two boys, one style, two completely different souls. The dojo was ruins. Some old fire, years back, had taken the main structure down to charred beams and cracked stone. The mountain was the same, the sky was the same, but everything Goken had built here was ash and memory. Ryu stood at the center of it. He didn't look like Ryu. He looked like something wearing Ryu's body. The same white gi, the same red headband, the same broad shoulders and bare feet on broken wood. But his eyes were wrong. White, flat, like lamps with nobody home. The dark Hadou swirled around him in lazy spirals, black flame with no heat, beautiful and terrible. Ken stopped at the edge of the ruins and looked at him for a long time. Ryu didn't turn around. Ken felt the pressure before Ryu even moved. The Satsui no Hadu radiated outward like heat off a forge, a killing intent so dense it felt like walking into a wall. 3 steps into the ruins and Ken's instincts were screaming at him to back up. He didn't back up. "Old man Goken told me something," Ken said, not raising his voice. He said the Satsui no Hadu feeds on the desire to win at all costs, on ego, on pride, on the fear of losing. Ryu turned around slowly. "You know what you never had?" Ken continued. He dropped into his fighting stance, red G, fists up, that old familiar smirk, just a little. Ego. Every fight we ever had, you fought clean. You fought honest. That's still in there. That's you, not that thing wearing your face. "Prove it," said the voice that wore Ryu's mouth. "Or kneel." Ken exhaled, settled into the earth, let fire build at his knuckles. "That's what I was hoping you'd say."
We have a winner!
The first exchange lasted 4 seconds and destroyed what was left of the North Wall. Ryu, under the Dark Hado, fought nothing like Ryu. He was faster, savage faster, without thought or hesitation. Where the real Ryu calculated, this thing erupted. Where the real Ryu breathed between techniques, this thing pressed without stopping. A Hidoken that tore the ground in a furrow of scorched earth. A Shoryuken that came from below like a shark from dark water. No wind-up, no warning. Ken took it on the guard and still slid back 12 feet. But Ken Masters had trained with Ryu for years. He knew every rhythm Ryu's body had ever made. Even this corrupted version couldn't hide them all. Every 4th step, Ryu's right shoulder dropped. After a fireball, he always recovered with a cross-step right. Ken cataloged it all in the first 30 seconds, bleeding from a cut above his eye. Grinning through the pain. There you are. Ken stopped defending. He attacked. 3 combo chains. Tatsumaki into crouching kick into close-range Hidoken that turned Ryu's guard hot. The Dark Hado screamed at the contact. Fire and darkness didn't mix well, and Ken's Shoryuken flames carried enough will of their own to bite back at the corruption. Ryu staggered. For a half second his eyes flickered, white to brown, darkness to person, then back. It was enough. "Ryu!" Ken roared, not a battle cry, a name, a lifeline. Fight it! The dark Hado surged back double. A wall of black energy exploded outward. Ken dug his heels in, crossed his arms, and held. The ruins crumbled, the mountain shook, and then Ryu charged a Hidoken the size of a car, darkness howling inside it, and Ken answered with everything he had. Shoryuken! The shockwave leveled the last standing beam of Goken's dojo. The flash of light that followed could be seen from the valley below, pure white and gold against the dark sky, like dawn arriving from the wrong direction. When the light died, both men were on their knees in the rubble. Ken was bleeding from 3 places. His right hand was burned to the wrist. He couldn't feel his left shoulder. Ryu's eyes were brown. The dark Hado was gone. Not forever, maybe not even for long, but for now, it had broken. Ryu sat in the ruins of the home they had shared as boys and looked at his own hands like he was seeing them for the first time after a very long dream. Ken crawled over to him, said nothing for a while. Then, "You owe me a rematch, a real one, when you've had something to eat." Ryu looked at him for a long moment, then slowly, painfully, like something that had forgotten how, he laughed. They sat in the ash of the old dojo until the sun came up. The Satsui no Hado is not a demon you exorcise. It is the shadow your fighting spirit casts when it grows tall enough. You do not kill it. You make peace with it. You learn to fight not because you must destroy, but because you love the art, because you love your brother, because you choose every single day to be more than the darkness inside you. Ryu would remember that lesson. He had the bruises to prove it. Brothers of the Fist. To be continued.